Hey people, into tier 3v3 Calderis Refinery, blue team. We've got Nod as a force commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Alongside Suffocation is a Lictor alpha melee specialist that can infiltrate and disrupt with some awesome offense and a little bit of support too. Rounding off this blue team is Stotnik as a Warp Spider Exarch teleporting commander that fights range combat by default. Lots of great capping and harassing with some awesome control abilities too. Red team, we've got Dandalus as a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive commander, lots of great manipulation and control abilities with some powerful offense too. Rounding off this red team, a couple of Imperial Guard players. First up is FrezeDEF as a Lord General, fights range combat with a retinue to help him out, really good defense and support capabilities. And rounding off the red team is Capelan as a Commissar Lord, good offense and support, fights in melee combat and begins with a defensive refractive field. West side up against the Force Commander, a bit of a standoff over there. Looks like some guards will coming mid to cap. And Sorcerer versus Warp Spider Exarch, two very tricky commanders. Who has the most BS to annoy the other one into frustration? Triple Dire Avengers up here for the Warp Spider Exarch. That's a lot of piercing DPS on those poor little heretics. Might see some grenade launchers over there to disrupt and heavily damage those guys. Sentinel Stomp gets one of the Tactical Marines. Commissar Lord being tied up in melee combat. Surely we'll be seeing the power sword here. This Commissar Lord getting kind of bullied, but those Tactical Marines are low. Can they get a model? Forcing off the scouts. They do take a model off those guys. Surely, wow! Tactical Marines dropping 2 there. That's a big win for Capelan. That's 150 wreck of bleed. Just dropping those 2 models, and he has this power. That was slightly unlucky though for Nod, dropping 2 models so quickly like that. I'm sure he was thinking, I'll drop 1 and retreat maybe. Kill a bunch of guardsmen before he did. 500 to 478 with a 1-to-1 cap. Noise Marines on the way for Dandalus, and they are going to wreck these Dire Avengers, especially if they blob. Warp Spider Exarch's going to need to get in there and tie them up, I think, make them use their cacophony. Lictor Alpha capping mid has some spore mines up to cause havoc amongst double heretics and guardsmen, that's for sure. Lictor Alpha now infiltrated. Nothing on the field as yet that can spot him when he's infiltrated like that. Is there anything on the blue team that can spot this Zinch infiltrated stuff? Here come the spore mines going after the heretics. There's one detonation being shot down by a lot of lasfire and that heavy bolter weighing in, and it only got off 1 of their detonations. Chaos Space Marines down to 2 models, looking to take the heavy cover. Nope, standing out of cover, shooting at the termagants. They should be behind the heavy cover of these construction walls here. Stotnik taking the opportunity to flank around and get the decap on the VP, teleports away. Some more Dire Avengers coming in. No sign of any battle equipment, or aspects I should say. Wow, Lictor Alpha gets into a whole lot of trouble, and now the heretics with an aspiring champion will be able to detect infiltrated stuff. Double Hormagaunts alongside warriors for suffocation, trying to suffocate them in melee, it looks like. Lord General, I should say, dropping some retinue members, but he's reinforcing. It looks like he has the medical sergeant who can give out medical packs. Assault Marines on the west side jumping in. Gonna need to use that stomp. Well, there it is. The Commissar has his power sword. Yes. Spotters on the field to shut down the Tactical Marines. There's one of these shells. It's a smoke. Reduces their range by 50%. It's very annoying to fight against. Might be better off just forcing melee combat with your Tactical Marines, especially after the stomp has been used. Force Commander in amongst them. Look at the amount of damage those Assault Marines soaked up. That is crazy. Got them down to 500 hit points without a model loss. They soaked up 700 points of damage to heavy infantry as well. Piercing damage was most of it. Stomp on the Force Commander. He has the Artificer meanwhile mid. Guardsman on capping duty, and looks like it's going to be the 2-to-1 for red team. Can the Imperial Guard player hold his gens all the way through tier 1 here? Stotnik with double guarded weapon teams with that shuriken cannon. Oh, there is the heavy gauge death spinner. So annoying to fight against. Heretics with double grenade launchers, yes. That's going to be painful. Is it going to be enough to take care of two guarding weapon teams though? He can disrupt one after the other, but can he follow it up with the Noise Marines? Look at that from the Sonic Blaster. That is nasty. Noise Marines are so awesome. Now getting close, using that infiltration. There you go. Don't even need the disruption. Doombox flying in. Did he not use the grenade barrage at all? I don't think he did. Just use Zinch Worship and get your Noise Marines in there. He may regret not getting Rangers, Stotnik. 479, 425, what's going on west side? I see some shenanigans. It's the Commissar Lord, as usual, trying to wade in on those Assault Marines, get them away from his back lines. And he does so this time. Can he get a model? Not quite. Lead by example is pretty awesome. Disruption, and I think this increases the speed. I think it increases his damage as well, but it's not on the tooltip. I'm not entirely sure about that though. Or gives him that inspiration on special attack or something. Looks like it does. Maybe it only inspires himself or something. Lictor Alpha goes for Toxin Miasma or Miasma, wherever you say it. Reduces their speed and damage by 25%. That's pretty good. And some piercing damage over time. Debuffing weapon. It says enemy units. Will that debuff vehicles as well? 479, 390. Maybe we'll find out. Those Marines getting in amongst a whole bunch of Dire Avengers, and fortunately for the Noise Marines, none of those guys had grenades to throw. Stotnik is floating in tier 1. Yeah, 10 power over all of the red team. Either going tier 2 or in tier 2. Hormagaunts getting shot to pieces by double heavy weapon squads. The Warriors switching to Barb Strangler. A good choice, I think. 479, 361. Medical Sergeant, medical pack going off there. You saw healing those guardsmen in the back. And Lord General doing the right thing and tying up the Warriors in melee combat. Doesn't want them firing that very dangerous Barb Strangler. They're not too shabby in melee, certainly a lot better than these guardsmen, but they are being forced off it. Can he get a model? 479, 346. It's Suffocation and Stotnik into tier 2. Yes, he does get a model. Termagant's backing up the retreat though, staying in cover, and blue team still have this central VP, and that was a nice flesh hook on the medical sergeant, taking him down. Almost, in fact, finishing off the Lord General. He gets away with 15 hit points or thereabouts. There's that heavy gauge on the Sorcerer. He can't do any of his tricky shenanigans when he's on the floor like that. Noise Marines again though, wrecking those Dire Avengers. He's really not paying attention to those guys coming in. It's not always easy, of course, in a 3v3. Chainsword and Bolt Pistol for the Force Commander. Plague Marines on the way for Dandalus. Good generic blind purchase in tier 2. And they're set to get a small damage buff on their bolters in the next update, which is cool for them. Chimera on the way for FrezeDEF. Might see the mobile base upgrade to spawn a beacon around here. Red team taking the mid. Blastmaster upgrade is in effect. Those guys are not set up though. That double Zinch Worship infiltrating everything apart from those capping CSM, of course. Blue team doubling west side, are they? To try and flank around, maybe get the power. I don't think we've seen any even approaches towards the powers. It's not always that easy to bash power on Calderis, but usually you get close in tier 1 at some point. They are doubling the Imperial Guard player. There's that deadly jump. Look at that disruption, and it does a little bit of damage, I believe. Doesn't tell me here, but I think it's like 30 piercing or something, which is not bad. In fact, he's just swapped it to Toxic Cysts. Does that damage over time around the Lictor Alpha. 460, 305, Chains of Torment, locking down a lot of this stuff here. But it is taken down. You shoot down the central mass and the routing chains disappear. Looks like blue team are finally going to get that contested power back. Here's the Chimera They've certainly seen it. What do they do about it? Dark Reapers on the field for Stotnik. Maybe he wants to try and get burst damage on his Ice Marines, but now they have a Blastmaster. That was a strange choice, I think. I would have gone for the classic Wraith Guard, I suppose. Maybe also try something new. 436, 305 drop pod on the field, and in effect spitting out some tactical Marines who should be forcing melee combat on the Guardsmen, but here come some Ogrins. Heavy melee squad that can disrupt, get in their bonehead leader, and we might see a Thunderhammer in response. Shuriken Cannon backing away from those grenade launchers. Plague Marines in play. 2,000 hit points on 3 models makes them very tough and hard to bleed. CSM with Eternal War and Aspiring Champions, so they will have Slaughter. Here comes a very, very shooty Eldar blob. Look at this. They all have their Exarchs now, I think. Yeah, so they're using Embolden. Still no sign of the Aspects though. Aspects are so good on Dire Avengers, that shield, the health buff, the damage buff even, I think. Wow, good Blastmaster shot and took down one of the warriors there. Unfortunately for the Lictor Alpha, he can't put up a Brute Nest. I'm sure he'd love to have that global. Chaos Sorcerer at level 3 with those robes. He's managing that Heretic bleed reasonably well, considering the amount of shootiness that Stotnik has. Some Havocs for Dandalus here, getting disrupted by the Warpster Exarch, of course, but they will set up in his face and he can't teleport off. Oh, they're backing away now. CSM not forcing melee combat. He actually got a model there and leveled up. Does he have anything else? He has the improved target, so he's putting out a fair amount of damage. Oh, Whirlwind for Nod. Does he have the Thunderhammer? Nope. Has the Sacred Standard though. Looks like he's happy to just hold his VP there. Plague Marine sitting mid. Blastmaster moving up. Plague Marine should be pushing through to the power here. Sometimes though you can get preoccupied with fighting your side on Refinery, especially if your opponent keeps this pressure up, because you don't want to leave your power or your VP completely unguarded. So he needs to have something here, but I think the Plague Marines can safely push up and maybe take a generator or two, or make Stotnik bring his forces here to defend. Then he can move everything up and put pressure on the power. Assault Marines in amongst Ogrins, going to drop a model surely. Yes, maybe another. Yes, they do drop 2 models, but here's a double Hormagorn. Surprise party for the Ogrins, and they don't like it. They're crying at their party and run away. Didn't drop a model though, that was pretty lucky. Spot a barrage. Nice disruption from the Whirlwind. Disrupted almost every squad there. Did not disrupt the spotters, that was it. And we have double, in fact we have Stone Guard veterans and Tactical Marine Stone Guard veterans loading in their Hellfire rounds to do damage over time to Commanders and Light Infantry. You should still be using Kraken rounds though versus Commanders to get the best out of it. Kraken rounds will do more raw DPS to Commanders though. The damage over time helps against retreating Commanders and those sitting in cover and stuff. 330, 305. There's that Chains of Torment, and that has really screwed him over. He did not shoot it down in time, and that's just countering his entire army. Just keeping them still for those grenades and the Blastmaster. And they were suppressed as well. I think Spore Mines dropped in by the Lictor Alpha at 316, 305. It's close on VP. There's a lot of action now on this west side. Has he ever had help over here? Must be. Yeah, this is both of the Imperial Guard, isn't it? Yeah, this is FrezeDEF stuff. Defend. Giving you immunity to suppression. Wow, I thought those Stone Guard veterans were going to go down there. Plasma guns roaring in on them. Struggling to get through this suppression is the Tyranid player. No sign of zone therapy. In fact, he's gone double Venom Brew. That's a bit odd. very odd. There's only one vehicle and it's stationary, not doing a whole lot apart from providing that beacon, of course. Chaos Dreadnought on the way for Dandalus. Nod goes tier 3. The Doom of Malantite, or Neurothrope, on the way for Suffocation. Warrior Brood are capping. And we're going to get a 2-to-1. Oh no, maybe not. Look at this. Yeah, it's going to be a 2-to-1 for blue team, I think. Where is that? Oh, Dandalus pushing through to the power. Conceding his VP. Maybe he's happy to do so at this point. VPs are close, but there's still plenty of time. He's going to get... Why is he not attacking the power with the rest of his stuff? It's very strange. Relying on his Plague Marines. Thunderhammer Force Commander is in effect level 3, and Ogrins are going to have a bad day. There's the battle cry. Smack. Look at the damage if it hits all models. They've got no chance, and it's tracked, so it will still hit them in retreat as long as it goes off. Just ruins Ogrins that will get. Pretty much ruins all melee squads, I suppose. 254, 288. Double Shurikens coming out. Plague Marines not too concerned by suppression. These guys level 2 now. There's that Zinch Worship. Losing a model there, the Plague Marines. That's the thing about them. They don't have heavy armor, so they can be stripped down by piercing damage, overwhelming piercing damage, especially shooter boys with their big shooters, good range. They can really hurt Plague Marines. Here's that Neurothrope. Warrior Brood level 2. And those double Venom Broods, that was really strange. Paroxysm, throw it in this little blob here, make that Blastmaster move. There's the suppression from above. Strangler, there's Cataclysm to disrupt those Havocs, and they get some domino knockback there. A Zinch Shrine goes up in a very forward position. And why not? Keep them pegged back. There's that Chains of Torment again. Looks like he followed it up with the Dark Flames Global. And Chaos Dreadnought is in play in the mid, waiting for stuff just to get close to it. We have some Stormtroopers in anti-armor kits. Baneblade on the way for FrezeDEF. I mean, we have double Venom Broods, but apart from that, not a whole lot of anti-vehicle. We could get double Bright Lances up. Venom Broods could just get shot down by the Baneblade pretty quickly. Seer Council on the way for Stotnik. Again, a bit of a strange choice with the Havocs there. I suppose you could teleport in and tie up the Havocs and then run the Seer Council in, and they might actually do a whole lot of damage. Do these guys get away? 1 hit point. No, they don't. They run into Dire Avengers. I'm going to say the Dark Reapers are suppressed and can't fire, but Dire Avengers there, and Havocs are no more. Neurothrope hanging around the mid. 219, 279. Ogrins. Is he going to join mid? Nope. He's happy to sit over there at the moment. Capelan. There we see that toxic cyst thing. Oh, he's gone back to Deadly Jump now. Oh, that's pheromones. I see. 2-to-1 cap for the blue team. Allowing his Hormagaunts to reinforce there. And that's a Spore Mine drop, is it? No. It's the Catalyst from the Neurothrope. And blue team retain the mid. Yeah, he's still fighting over here. It's time to transition to the middle of the map, I think, guys. Space Marine player should be the first to do so. Again, he doesn't want to leave his VP unguarded, and I suppose his team has the mid, so it's up to the Imperial Guard player to go over there, I think, and help get it back. This is a exploded Chimera. There we go. Double Venom Brood coming into play. Suppressed Guardsman. What are they being buffed by? Where is that Lord General? What has he got? It's fire on my target. Also has the flak jacket for incoming. Spore Mine drop. 219, 232. There they are. Global ability of the Lictor Alpha. Wow, that's a juicy blob of Guardsmen to detonate. Good grief. Going to be shot down though, I think. Yeah, they are. Marco Zinch on that Dreadnought. You saw that Frenzied Barrage suppressing those Dark Creepers earlier. Baneblade rolling out. Gonna come mid, and Nod is gonna need to respond, I think. I don't think those 2 Venom Broods are gonna be enough. We'll see. Blastmaster getting a full hit on double Daraventus, killing 6 models or so there. Pretty nasty. There's another one. Ow. City Council run right into it. Daraventus running away. And so are the Guardian Weapon team. City Council now going after this Sorcerer, going straight after him here. Can they take him down? No. Chains of Torment, then just runs away. And they don't have any ranged weapons. Well, they do have their ranged psychic attack thing, actually. So they could shoot it down, but looks like he's not doing so. Needs to be a bit quicker. Requires a little bit of discipline in engagement to target that central mass, especially if it's a big 3v3 engagement. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. Lictor Alpha still with Toxin Miasma yet. Goes down. And Baneblade versus 2 Venom Broods with a whole bunch of guards on support. Ouch. That was a Blastmaster shot there. Where's the Demolishing Cannon? Is he used it already? It's on cooldown or something? Here it is. And it hits terrain in a way. Or an object rather. Assault. Vanguard veterans in fact just about getting away. See those Ripper guns doing work. Terminators. Assault Terminators that is. Force Commander goes down though. Oberins must love that. And they're not going to fight the Assault Terminators here. I thought they'd fight them and bring these Plasma Gun Guardsmen in. Oh no, he didn't set up the beacon in time for them to retreat back to it. Just hiccup in there. Sorry about that. 194208. Second Chimera with mobile base for FrezeDEF. And yeah, he can do some damage to those Assault Terminators, especially if the Sorcerer gets involved and roots them. Here's a Swarm Lord gonna tie up that Dreadnought, but it's taking big shots from the Baneblade. Those las cannons pack a punch, and Plague Marine is also snaring its movement. Wow, took tons of damage. That was the big Mega Battle Cannon or whatever it's called, getting a shot there. 194, 195. Lehman Russ on the way for Capelan, and he has almost a full bar of red. As you can see, he's 967 on his red. Venom Brood going down. What is that? Really? Is he going for the Neurothrope here? Use a rocket run to take out a Venom Brood. Maybe he was expecting a Neurothrope to go down, but it remains. 183, 195. Not a good nuke to use on a big single target. I suppose none of the nukes are good versus big single infantry targets. 176, 195. Apart from the Eldritch Storm, of course, and the single target is a vehicle. Beacon is still up, providing a retreat point for all of the red team stuff, and that might win the game for them. The combination of the Baneblade and that beacon there, and there's a bunker also. They are set up to hold the line. Lehman Russ with the Executioner. I think it's called a Plasma Destroyer, the weapon on it, or something like that. And the variant is called an Executioner. Shrine going up. Dreadnought getting repairs quite slowly. Level 2. Blue team kind of limping out of base. What are they doing? Waiting for the Tyranid player. Force Commander's level 5. Do they have enough to push? They have those Assault Terminators. Can they get on rear armor and go up? Oh, he's gone for claws. Big mistake. Why did he go for claws? To fight the Oberins? He's got the hammer for that. He needs to get the Power Fist up then, surely. 131, 195. The Oberins are going to get absolutely owned, that's for sure. Can he wipe them out? Wow, he very nearly did. And in fact, he's going to chase them down with his Assault Terminators, and that could be really bad. Gets down to one model on those guys. The Executioner Lehman Russ is going to do a lot of damage to Terminators. He might chase it down. He might try to in a way. And that's a rocket run. Ouch. So many dead Tyranids. The Terminator lives though. 110, 195. Carnifex on the field for Suffocation with Venom Cannon as expected, I suppose, with the Bane base still around. Nothing to get close to mid with the Demolisher Cannon there to stop caps and stuff. Lehman Russ is being chased down though by the Swarm Lord. Ogrins can maybe run in and tie up that Venom Cannon Carnifex. That's a repair bunker now though. And Swarm Lord in trouble. Really in trouble. In fact, it's going to go down. I forgot the Siege Dreadnought was there. I thought it was just the Bane Blade had to chase it down. Is that an Eldritch Storm? No, it's a Singularity, and that's a lot of dead heretics. But thanks to the Aspiring Champions, they do not get wiped out. Yeah, you need D-Cannons on Wraith Guard in 3v3. Stotnik, did you not get the memo? 74, 195. Corner formation. Takes out the beacon, which forces the Chimera back into its normal mode, and now he's going back into the beacon mode again. 63, 195. Red team holding on for the 2-1 victory. Some strange choices from Stotnik in terms of not getting Wraith Guard, not getting Wraith Lords. All Warp Spiders I think would have been better than the Dark Creepers that he did get. And a little bit of sloppy usage with his Dire Avengers. Didn't use them great, did he? No aspect usage that I saw at all. And instead they still don't have it. Shields would have been good against those Grenade Ultra Heretics and stuff. And of course Grenade Spikes. Give your opponent the fear of Grenade Spikes at least. Bioplasma going in. These warriors strangely split up for some reason. 36, 195. They're not even trying to go mid. They know the Bane Blade is there. They're trying to smack up this side and flank in on rear armor maybe. Doom of Malachite. Sorry, the Neurothrope. I need to get used to that. Needs some energy. Needs to run away but goes down. Neurothrope does not naturally regenerate energy. You need to use abilities to get its energy back. 23, 195 is tier 3, a very late tier 3 for Dandalus, but I think his team has this in the bag. Yeah, not even contested in the mid anymore. Assault Terminator is going after Lehman Russ, but not with an ideal weapon in the Lightning Claws. Was surprised he went for these. I thought he'd keep them with the hammer and then keep the Thunder Hammer for the Force Commander. Level 8 this guy. Heavy turret coming up just to defend this side even more. Carnifex is going to go down. Marcus Siege Dreadnought level, not even level 3 yet. Wow, I thought that guy was going to be level 4. It's a 1-to-1 cap. Because this sneaky Eldar is now a 2-to-1, has taken the red team's natural, but they're not going to keep it for long, surely. Blastmaster can get a shot and then run away. A very, very good shot as well. Seer Council are going to be there, though, in retreat path and finish off that lone member. Siege Dreadnought getting some repairs. Red team need to get back to their natural VP. Or are they just going to take blue team's natural? Sorcerer is all the way over here. Has the Rod of Warp Fire. Pretty cool weapon. Also has the Icon of Tzeentch. I'm sure he's used that to great effect on the Eldar stuff. But he goes down right here. Vanguard veterans with their Power Fist. Still this is still a 2-to-1. Red team are not moving over to get their VP back. Where's the rest of Dandalus' stuff? Oh, here it comes. D-Cannon just absolutely owning some heretics there. There's a Singularity. Dire Avengers and Dark Creepers bashing power. They've almost completely whacked it out, but scared away by a Mark of Tzeentch Dreadnought. D-Cannon continues to get shots and is a late Fire Prism. Would have been better off getting this guy up maybe instead of the Seer Council. I still think he should have double Wraith Guard. I mean, Dandalus was a fully ranged army. That's the ideal situation for Wraith Guard. 1-to-1 cap. Red team getting a natural back, and that should be the end of the game. Nod not even spending his resources, he knows it's over. And down goes a fire prism. Yeah, don't get it when there's a Marcos Each Dreadnought on the field. Needed that thing much earlier if he was going to go for one. Can they get this Dreadnought at the end of the game? No, they cannot. There's the VP countdown. So there you have it, guys. Look at the commanders. End of the game. Force commander is level 8. Lictor Alpha level 4. Nice to see the Toxin Miasma used. Warps for Exarch level 5. Sorcerer level 7 and down. Lord General level 10. He was purchasing the Commissar retinue member. He didn't have the rest of them. He only had the medical sergeant there. And Capelan's Commissar Lord level 5 with flak jacket and stubbornness. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.